Glad to have you with us from Kenan Stadium in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. EA Sports College Football ready to roll in Week 3. It's the Clemson Tigers and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
The light blue and white of Kenan Stadium. Players of past years have been so strong there, trying to rebuild that school spirit in Chapel Hill. 50,000 strong at Kenan Stadium hope to get this season off to a great start. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Tar Heels will kick off first, and here we go. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tigers offense will start this game off with the football. We get a look at the guy the quarterback will be looking for, T.J. Moore. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He is a big play waiting to happen.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Got room at the 35. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
It's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to pass. Over the middle, complete to Wesco. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important, because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They'll try to run for it. Might have a chance. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Clemson set up with another first down. This time he wants to throw. Quickly complete. Shakes a man and he might take off. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Takes a hit as he fires. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. He's looking to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tar Heels offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one, Dave.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Right down the middle. Makes the catch. It's Washington. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes the easy completion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Tar Heels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
Now facing a third and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it way down the field. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to throw, it's Edwards. He wants it all. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The run from the shotgun. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. They'll line up for a second down play. They go right back to him. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Under fire, and the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running, and you can see he takes off, and the defense closes in fast, and the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Makes it past the marker. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Back to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The run inside. It's Johnson. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll move the tight end. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run play action. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
We'll send the tight end in motion. To the air. It's Edwards. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Back has it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Looking for space, it's Haynes. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Tar Heels come to the line needing just inches for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Got it in the middle. It's Washington. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. Man, I hope the kicker's okay after that penalty. You've got to worry about protecting them when they're on that plant leg. The Tar Heels line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Edwards. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his man. It's Johnson. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. Got him downfield. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. Finds the big tight end. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. And it's Texas A&M who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Back to throw, it's Edwards. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
About the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
It's complete to the left. There he goes. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Red pass, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Wants to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. This one's complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Running inside, it's Johnson.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed on the right side, that's Wesco. Strong, firm tackle.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great awareness, picks up the first down and slides at the exact right moment. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. To throw, it's Edwards. Under fire. On the move and looking deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, the ground game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Thanks to grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. He might want another play. The run inside. It's Johnson. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So 1st down will open up the final period. Wants to throw it again. Got a man. It's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Pressure coming. Caught. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Running inside, it's Johnson. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Makes a grab and room to run. found open space. The band might as well start playing. The Tar Heels respond with that score.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Looking to throw on first down. Plucks it out of the air. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. They're working that left side. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on second down. Rushes on him. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, that one goes incomplete, and certainly the quarterback can help his receiver out a little bit by trying to slow him down or make a more accurate throw, but that didn't have a shot at staying in bounds.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Reads it, fires complete. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to blow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get the football back.
That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The give to the back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Here's the pressure, and down he goes. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the right. Got a man. It's Chip. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the first. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me, let me finish this thing, and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. They'll give it to Johnson. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. And now on second down for this offense. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.